Raise the flag. So sorry everyone because the technical issue. So our event will start maybe late 10 minutes. Tại vì có một xíu trục trặc kỹ thuật, em nhầm, trục trặc kỹ thuật cho nên mình trễ một xíu khoảng 7 tới 10 phút nha các anh chị. Good morning everyone. Xin chào tất cả các anh chị em đồng nghiệp tại Việt Nam. Sawadika Thailand team. And welcome everyone to our very first Vietnam Thailand Cluster Town Hall. And we're very excited to have you here on today in Vietnam office, Thailand office, and everyone join with us virtually in other location. And Thailand team, could I connect you, Chick? We want to hear hello in Thailand team. Could you say hello with us by your mother language? Once again, could you say Sawadika? Once again.
Can you hear us?
And thank you. And Vietnam team, could you say xin chào? And everyone, we starting a new chapter. And change is not always easy, but it opened the door for growth and new opportunity. So let's move forward with positive and support. And now let's take a look to our agenda today. We will have the business update from Vietnam and Thailand, and after that, we will have the compliance session, following with the cluster update, and we also have a very exciting session, the leadership sharing, and closing with the Q&A. And now, to begin, we have Daro O from Vietnam and Mark Kuo from Thailand. But today, we also have Marco in Vietnam office with us. Please give them an applause. And they will share with us the latest business update from Vietnam and Thailand. Now, let's welcome Daryl first to share business update for Vietnam.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Xin chào, chào boy son. Sweaty cup. All right, I think that's as extensive as my linguistic abilities are going to allow me. But look, it's so wonderful to be with you all here today. I first want to extend a very warm welcome to Vietnam, to Mark. I think you've seen him around the office the last couple days. If you haven't had a chance to say hi, please do. I think it's his first time into Vietnam in 10 years. Yeah, so look, Mark's an amazing leader. I've worked with him over many, many years in the regional team when we were in Hong Kong together, and we've been to many markets over the careers together, and I think he's going to be a great asset during this transitionary period and a great leader. Also, welcome to Jan, to have you on the ground again, a member of our leadership teams, of both leadership teams. So look, as we were kicking it off today, I wanted to say, of course, it's a big time of change. This is kind of the first Vietnam, Thailand town hall. As much as there is change, I'm super encouraged by, one, the amazing performance, but the consistent joy, passion, and energy, all right? So thank you for all being here today. We've got an amazing agenda to kind of run through with all of you. And first and foremost, we're going to touch on our performance, okay? Clicker, there it is. All right, so Vietnam, off to an amazing start, all right, as we've seen consistently into Q3 as well. What I want to just highlight here, 130 million year-to-date, AP9, okay? End of quarter 3. Year-to-date performance, 116% to budget and 35% growth, okay? Huge round of applause. And it's coming from across all areas of the business, okay? Primary care has done extremely well, specialty care as well, oncology, and CSO, all right? What I'll just hone in here is the growth, okay? You can see CSO, even though we're under budget, it's still 17% growth on an established products. Oncology, amazing, 128% growth. Specialty care, 22. Innovative oncology, innovative anti-infectives as well as established AI, and primary care as well, 43% growth, all right? The key knots, our key brands are doing extremely well, and we need to keep this up as we move into quarter 4, all right? So this is just a quick highlight here to kind of show you, in the light blue was 2024, our sales quarter over quarter over quarter. You can kind of see what 2025, where we're focusing on, okay? 2025, we had a huge quarter 1, amazing start to the year. All business units started off very, very well, but in particular, we had a very strong vaccines PCV 13 start because of the very big flu wave, and we got the year off to a really great start. So then we've seen a bit of a decline, but historically we do go up, but that's only because we had a very, very big Q1, all right? Historically, quarter 4 is a bigger quarter for us as we close the year. As you can see, this year, our targets are very big, but can you tell me what's driving that? Who here knows? No LT members. Always the LT members jumping in. What's that? That's right, new product launches. That's why we are always in this room, right? Celebrating, having lunches. We've been doing that a lot lately, and that's great news. That's amazing news for patients. It's amazing news for the organization and the new cluster. But that's really why, okay? Yes, it looks big, and yes, it is very big compared to even what we did last year. But last year, we didn't launch so many new innovative products and vaccines. So in there, you're starting to see the rapid uptake biosimilars, okay? You're also starting to see Nimenrix taking shape that just launched in August. We will also be launching in September. What did we do 2 days ago? We celebrated Abrysvo, right? So now Abrysvo is gonna launch in hopefully next week, right? So we'll have the first 2 market shipments for Abrysvo next week. And then hopefully we can also bring some accelerations as well in the PCV franchise, okay? So that's also why, yes, it is big. Yes, we have to drive a lot of, share of voice. We have to drive the engagements on the medical front as well, and our field force needs to know where to go, the right messaging, and the deployment of materials. But it's certainly achievable, and you have amazing momentum, and we've got incremental resources, and in particular on the field force, to really drive this needed growth, okay? All right, what's ultimately been happening over the last 3 quarters, all right? These are just some of the highlights we wanted to showcase here. We talked about it. The NPLs, phenomenal this year. Truly amazing. We've had the launch of Nimenrix. Not sure if everybody's fully aware, but we ultimately had won the PCV13 NIP through Gavi, and it will be the first PCV offered by the government launching in 2026. So huge round of applause. This is amazing for the country, really, because this will allow certain very vulnerable populations in rural areas of Vietnam to get access to PCV13, okay? This also still allows us to have very strong penetration and partnership in the private channel with PCV20 and also PCV13 in the meantime, okay? So this is great. It's the best of both worlds, and ultimately, I think this also enables us to have broader coverage for Pfizer pneumococcal vaccines across the entire country, all right? So amazing work there, and as we also saw in Q3, we received the MA approvals for Abrysvo and Zarabev as well for the biosimilars portfolio. We had the launch and pull through in July, the effective dates of the drug registration circular and the drug information circular and the regulatory circular, all right? So these are still being pulled through, but they do provide a lot of opportunities for us to simplify our work process. How do we communicate better with physicians on drug and non-drug information? And hopefully, working with the regulatory team, how do we accelerate our medicines and vaccines for faster MA approvals, all right? We were able to take VNVC to a site visit in conjunction with the MOU that we had signed with them. So that was an amazing opportunity to strengthen our partnership as they also get prepared to build a new manufacturing site. We have the GTM BIOPS that have been approved, endorsed by ANIL, and I also wanted to highlight that we had amazing global engagements, all right? Vaccines team from the global team had ultimately come to Vietnam to really look at how can they support the broader vaccines business as we accelerate and we launch. And then we also had the global PGS teams to come and look at ways as Vietnam grows from an oncology perspective, biosimilars, and as well as a vaccine perspective, ultimately, how can they better support the organization? And the last thing I just wanted to call out here is we had an amazing Joy Day. I think there were quite a few colleagues I see here joining to plant over 400 trees in a natural forest outside of Ho Chi Minh City. So for those of you that partaked, thank you for coming along. For the next one, I encourage others to join. It is amazing exercise, by the way, all right? Super sore, super hot, but amazingly rewarding. So big thank you, big round of applause for the teams that joined for the tree planting day. So as we move forward here, I just wanted to highlight some quick areas of focus for Q4, okay? Our focus on the accelerating growth of our NOTs, it has been seen, you saw it already, done tremendous work over the last 3 quarters. Let's continue to stay focused on driving high share of voice, in particular for the key growth NOTs and our launch products, all right? I'll just call out here, please, and we'll touch on it. Let's ensure with the high volume of programs that we're running, we're staying very focused on MAP approvals, SOH commitments, information, approvals, et cetera, with new launch products, and Lynn and the team and the compliance champions. We'll get more into that very, very shortly. We've got the launches doing very well, but again, to the field force, when we're launching Abrysvo and other products as well, and even with the biosimilars, it's critical we know who we're going to, who are the A and B doctors, who are the highest potential, and that we're spending the disproportionate amount of time focused on those A and B doctors, okay? Customer-facing excellence tied to that. I think we've done very, very well. So Hui in the team in Hanoi, amazing job there and across the country on our percent to coaching with DMs, focused on AMBs. We need to lift a little bit the use of our DSPs, but overall, thank you for the continued focus on that. Great results year to date, and let's stay focused on that in Q4. And last but not least, I would just say, let's continue to look at ways as we work into the cluster. I think there's going to be amazing opportunities to partner across Vietnam and to Thailand, and Thailand to Vietnam, into ways of working, learnings from customers, and sharings across our different businesses. All right? Thank you for an amazing performance here today. I know together we'll be able to deliver on these big Q4 aspirations and take these launches to new heights. Come on.
Something? Okay. Xin chào. Okay. Okay, to the colleagues here in Vietnam, and Sawadee Krap for the colleagues who in Bangkok and in Thailand. So for those who don't know me, I'm Mark. Just like Daryl mentioned, been joining Pfizer more than 20 years, and then know Daryl since 10 years ago within the regional office. So I'm very happy to come back to Vietnam. I still remember the old office building. Even though the last year we came to have a EMHILT meeting, but we stayed at a hotel only, so we don't have a chance to visit such a beautiful office. So really love to see you all. So let me quickly update you about the performance of the Thailand. So as of AP9 YTD, Thailand, we are a little bit behind the budget, 90% of budget. But I want to call out the growth, the treasuries that we create since the last year. Because the Thailand, a lot of the challenges externally, no matter the price control policy, reimbursement delay, so on and so forth, including the competition. So actually, we have a very low performance in last year, right? But with the where to win, how to play concept, actually, you can see the growth trend we have in the bottom part. We improving the growth, YTD growth rate, month over the month. So for the in-house brand, we can sustain the double-digit growth as the Q3 YTD. And then we are expecting the growth trending will carry forward for the rest of the month. But we also transform our legacy portfolio into the CSO model. So you can see that's the CSO performance. That's why we have a little bit behind, because now it's during transition. Our CSO partner establishing the team. So during the transition period of time, the performance is a little bit behind. But we believe that with the time, recruit a team, and then we will have the performance improving month over the month. But I want to call out in the right-hand side, which is the in-house brand that handled by our in-house sales rep. Close the team, we all either way achieve the budget or high double-digit growth. Only one TA, we know what happened because the AI portfolio, we are facing out-of-stock issue. We have the generic competition, price erosion, and also the past low demand. So that's why the AI portfolio behind. Otherwise, that you can tell from the bottom, all the key brand, especially the vaccine portfolio, PCV, Abrysvo, Eliquis, so on and so forth, we delivered amazing performance as of the AP9 YTD. So thank you, all the colleagues that who in Thailand driving the business, driving the demand. Your contributions really showed up in the numbers here. So thank you so much. All right. Talking about the Q3 highlights, there's a lot of the small achievements, though I don't have the time to call out today, everyone. Just some of the high levels performance that we have. So from the achievement perspective, we launched the PCV20 and Abrysvo since January this year. So within 2 quarters, based on the IQVIA data, accumulated YTD performance, we are the number 2 product in terms of the new product launch. And I believe that with the growth momentum that we create, right now, by end of the year, we should be the number 1 new product launch in Thailand, which means we create a record. And then Eliquis, I think the same challenge here, tons of the generic price erosion, selling price only 10% of the Eliquis. But as of today, we still maintain the number 1 market share, more than 30%. Last, Loviqua. We also launched Loviqua about 2 years ago, but some background information for your reference. Loviqua, we just launched in Bangkok, Thailand, in the out-of-pocket market only. But as the latest IQVIA data, we become the number 1, which is mean even another 2 players, they have a reimbursement, but we still beat in terms of the market share. So kudos to those the sales team, marketing, in-operating function who make this performance happen. Thank you so much. As well, we successful loosen the reimbursement for the CSSO, for the SSO. For those the Vietnam colleagues may not aware, in Thailand, very complex reimbursement system. We have 3 different payer, right? So we work so hard to get the most premium so-called CSMBS reimbursed, right? And then the team, again, working hard to expand another one, which is the Social Security Office. So, which can help us, you can tell the performance in the previous slide, iBrands, we have a triple-digit growth because the team, market access team worked so hard to expand the access. The GTM model, we passing several the legacy portfolio to our partner, maybe a little bit different. We passed to DKSH and Zurich in Thailand. So we want to release the resource that we put under behind those legacy brand, and then having the resource relocation to the key brand and then drive the better growth momentum. But because we also suffering a little bit bumpy sales because the transition period time, right? But I would say that the model definitely will help us in terms of the relocated resource to the growth node we are focused on. Last one, the culture and the people. Based on the pulse survey result, the team working so hard, 3 different work stream team, having the task force team working on the detail in terms of how we can make the Pfizer Thailand a better place to work. But because the all-in-all transformation, transition, so several initiatives has been pending for a while. And now, given that we are almost finished the clustering, so we will start to roll it out, the Pfizer Pulse Action Plan to the Thailand team. For those, the initiative will not be conflict with the clustering concept. So we want to make sure that your voice is being heard, and then we really create the initiative to address your concern. Okay. Talking about the Q4. The number here may not as high as the Vietnam, not 50 million, it's about 30.6 million. But I also need to recognize this number is also very stretched for the Thailand team, because if I translate to the growth rate, it will be almost 20% growth. But again, why we believe we can deliver this number, because for example, we have a growth momentum pretty healthy from all the vaccine portfolio and all the focus brand that we identify. And we have a much longer working day in Thailand, and we also used to have several campaigns that we will be finished by the end of the year. So based on the historical data, we have a confidence that we can hit this number by end of the year, all right? But for us to can achieve this 30.6 million target, here are the several key focus that I urge all the commercial colleagues, cross-functional team in Thailand to focus. Number 1, maintain the key growth momentum that we have so far. You can tell from the previous slide, all the focus brand having healthy growth, we need to make sure that we still sustain the high growth rate, especially the PCV adult, breathable MI, so on and so forth. Second, we have several reimbursement submission right now under review of the government. Those are the growth engine for the 2026. So we have to follow up closely and then pave the way for the 2026. Lastly, CSO stabilization. We have the big frustration of the several legacy portfolio, but still sizable, like a Zisomax and Ponstan. We need to ensure that the CSO can deliver the sustainable revenue to support us to close this year and also success in the 2026. All right, so all in all, thank you so much, all the Thailand team colleagues, your contribution. Again, without you, this achievement won't be happen. We will not turn around the negative trend into such a positive growth momentum. Really appreciate your support. And let's keep this growth momentum until end of the year. Thank you so much.
So thanks again, Daryl and Mark, for your insightful business update. And ladies and gentlemen, compliance plays a very important role in a business. So now welcome Miss Trịnh Nguyễn Mai Liên, Vietnam and Thailand Indochina Compliance Lead, will share with us the compliance session.
Okay, good morning everyone. Xin chào các anh chị và các bạn. Sorry I can't speak like Thai language for this time. Thanks for having compliance team here today to sharing about the compliance highlight. We have been through a lot of life change, and even Daryl, Mark also mentioned about the trend, transformation, and transition. So I want to take this chance to just highlight to you that even we go through a lot of change or even transition, there's always a support from the compliance and other enabling function to all the colleagues, even though we are not on the site. But you always can reach out to us for any support or question. So with the objective to create a culture of accountability and support, we would like to share with you two platforms and channels. The first one is I want to touch on the open door policy. It is very familiar with everyone. So to cultivate the speak up and listen up culture, as well as fostering the trust and open communication, we have the open door policy. And please do reach out to any managers, compliance or legal division, people experience, employee relation, investigation, or even the the above market channel. If you have any question or you have any doubt, especially during the change, I can understand that there's a lot of question would like to seek for clarification. So please do not hesitate to reach out to anyone that you feel comfortable or convenient to talk to. The second one, is maybe familiar with the Vietnam colleagues, but I would like to take this chance to introduce to the Thai colleagues on the 3 before me models, which is focused more on the compliance matters. So we create the self-sustaining environment where the Pfizer colleagues can solve the majority of their own problems before they can directly go to like the support from compliance or the enabling function. So we would like to build the confidence for the colleagues by going through all the Pfizer resource, material, trainings, FAQ, and then they can, the second layer, they can reach out to the managers. If they have any questions, especially the managers, the direct report that daily working with them so they can understand your daily activities, or you can reach out to any managers from other function. And the third one, I would like to emphasize that we have a very great network of the compliance chambers, which has a very great contributes to the companies in building the culture of compliance and accountabilities. So we will touch on the compliance chambers later by introducing the teams in both markets to you. And the last layer will be the local compliance. In case that you already discussed with compliance chambers, but you still would like to seek for further clarification from the local compliance or any other expert function. Okay. So for compliance chamber network, I understand that in the past 2-3 years, even both Thailand and Vietnam, we really focused to build a great network and strong network for the compliance champion who are the compliance ambassador and representative for each function. So these programs will empower our colleagues to take the ownership of the compliance by understanding deeply about the risk awareness and to encourage open dialogue. So for the compliance champion programs, with an aim to promote the Pfizer compliance culture and the principles of accountability, as well as acting with integrity throughout the organization. And the second objective of the program is to empower our colleagues to serve as compliance ambassador to reinforce the understanding of the key policy and helping in the implementation of any compliance initiative. So what is the role and responsibilities of our compliance champions? So the first role is to enhance the awareness and understanding of the compliance risks, as well as applicable policy and procedures by guiding our colleagues to the correct resource, sharing the update from global, regional, and even any local code, local pharma industry, and to clarify the risk and collaborate with the compliance teams and other expert functions to promote the understanding of compliance policy, while they still actively engaging in communication, training, or the best practice sharing. And they also serve as the liaison with the functions supporting like legal, compliance, medical, or any other expert function. And the last roles of the compliance champion is to be a modeling and promoting the Pfizer value of equity and trust and integrity culture by fostering any open dialogue, encouraging question, promoting responsible communication, and leading trust-based conversation. So in overall, what I would like to emphasize that whether we are in the stable situation or any change transition, you always have the support from not only compliance but any other expert function. So please do not hesitate to reach out, not only discuss about the compliance matters, maybe just have a open dialogue or any conversation if you want to seek for clarification or if you feel unclear or uncertain for anything. Not only compliance, but any like leadership teams or any other expert function. So next, I would like to hand over to our compliance chamber lead, Ace from Thailand and Huệ from Vietnam, to share about our rate chamber network and the priorities for Q4 2025 and S1 2026. So I will hand over to Ace from compliance. Thailand. Bạn không for Thailand.
Tên gì phải viết bạn lên. Họ nói.
Can you allow her name to present? She cannot turn on the mic.
Việt Nam luôn bật Thành phải bọc chia đi cái này không
phải chọn bạn đó lên thành presenter bạn mới nói được.
Thì họ mong gì thôi.
Trời ơi nó đủ không có lên chịu lên.
Tôi nên đứng sau họ chỉ để thành phải mà
Họ đã gì lắm.
Rồi.
Okay, nó có bạn gì? Can you show me? Can you share the slide? Then I will walk through just only about
Khỏe thì biết rồi, Khỏe chuẩn bị rồi. Ok chưa? Rồi, đây đây.
Em mở cho chị cái slide. Ace, can you share about Thailand Compliance Chamber Network and the priorities for the next quarter?
Lynn, we don't see the slide, so she asked for slideshow for presentation.
Em share cái slide giùm chị với. Can you see the slide, Ace?
Yeah, I can see the slide here. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So I hand over
I
to you.
Sorry about the technical things. And I'm Chini Gan, also known as I'm representing the Thailand Compliance Champion Network or CCN.
As you can see here in the slides, and as also Maria mentioned about the objective, and will not repeat on it. So I would like to introduce the CCN network. As you can see in the slide, that we have the colleagues come from the different departments, and each one of us, we are dedicated for key ambassador on compliance champion. We also we also very dedicated and passionate onto the to build the culture of integrity, accountability, and ethical excellence across Pfizer Thailand. And moving on to the next slide. However, we have the organization change recently. We also list the two key priorities of CCN. The first one is to review and revitalize the key member. We need to have the leadership support in terms of the team nomination, as well as nominate the new compliance champion lead for making the network more stronger and capable. And in the second priority from the champion development, we would like to build the network, as I mentioned earlier, that to make it more stronger and more capable, empowering them to do with the confidence, to lead with the integrity. And we would like to say that we would also like to work collaborative with all the cross-functional team to do it and win it in the right way. Also, thank you for continuing support compliance and CCN network. So I will pass on to Hui for the walk us through the CCN on Vietnam side. Thank you.
Thank you for your introduction. So for the one who don't know me, I'm CFC lead segment of Vietnam, and I also be the compliance champion co-lead. On behalf of the team, today I could like to share about the compliance champion network. You see here, Vietnam, we have very strong compliance champion network with the highest numbers of members across EM. And in overall, we have around 19 to 20 members and across the function. For CFC team, we have 19 members here, Thắm, Phúc, Trâm, Mike, Việt Hà, Dat, Minh, and me. And for marketing, we also have 3 representatives, including Chinh, champion lead, Anh Tuấn, and one other guy from specialty care. And from market access, we have Phong Lan and Bùi Hằng. From regulatory, we have Hương and Thé. And from cross-function, we have mine from mid-med team, Vinh from commercial, Thuy, and Trúc Anh as well. So with this, I believe that the compliance champion network in Vietnam will be aligned with all the colleagues in the company in compliance culture. Please for the next slide. Welcome, Mike. Yeah. Here is the priorities from CCN Vietnam for the Q4 25 and 2026. We focus on 4 areas, 4 tasks. Number 1 is advanced risk assessment and mitigation. How we can do that? We can focus on continue for proactive identification and mitigation for the risk, especially for the high risk. And we also leverage the dashboard and targeted training to ensure the compliance across the high risk area. You know that in last 2 months, the LT team have the workshop about the compliance issue and compliance matter. After that, the leader of each function also share with the function about the high-risk area, the lesson learned, and from that, ultimately, we in advance can proactive identify and mitigate the risk for the future activity. The second focus is to strengthen the compliance culture through engagement. By expanding the campaign, the same with the vitamin C. With this, we can fostering the daily compliance habit by creative way and attractive way. And from that we can bring the colleagues the joyful learning experience as well. And the third thing we're going to focus in the next quarter is the complete educational and communication. This is the initiative we have done and continue to do in the quarter by launching the monthly educational series and refresh training module on key policy like MAP, Blue, or Book, or COE. And the last thing we will continue to focus is the empowerment and capability building for compliant network. With the initiative, we mentor for new champion. We share the best practice sharing as we do every time in POA or in NSC. We also encourage all the CC compliant champion participate in development plan and peer learning. And the compliant champion also responsible for train for newcomer, including health rep and every function in orientation section about the compliant EC, compliant as SOP and other interaction with HCP. So with this, I think next we will have the detail for what's happening with vitamin C, round 1 and round 2. So I hand over to Ching for the next section. Thank you.
Thanks Ace and Huệ for the sharing of the compliance champion network for both market and then the priorities for next quarter and semester 2026. So next will be a very exciting section for Vietnam colleagues who have participated in the vitamin C campaign round 2 for 4 weeks to complete all the compliance quiz. So I pass to Jin to announce the winners.
Thank you, Jilin, and hi everyone. Now let's move into the second phase of vitamin C campaigns, the round 2 acceleration results. This round is all about keeping the momentum going. We are doing that through fun and very interactive compliance quiz week by week over the quiz of 4 weeks. So colleagues have a chance to refresh their knowledge and in the way that of both engaging and competitive. The goal here is twofold. First, we would like to reinforce the key compliance concept, making sure everyone is aligned and confident in understanding. The second, we are creating the space that whether we can have engaging team members and healthy competitions. Because let's be honest, that learning is always effective than when it's fun, is right? And now everyone, please turn your attention into the screen and we can see who team is outstanding team over the 4 weeks. So far the is it the old slide? Yeah, let's have the big hand for the third team. Team 6, the leader Kim Thùy. Team 9, the leader by the chị Thế Trâm. And we have the one secret here. The secret unboxed for the team 5, leading by the anh Cao Thanh Trực. Yeah. And please come to the stage. I would like to invite anh Thành, anh Đức Sơn, and Mark come to the stage and share for the winner of the third prize. Yeah, team 6 chị Kim Thùy, team 9 chị Thế Trâm và team 5 anh Cao Thanh Trực. Anh Trực đâu rồi? Yes, all colleagues, please have the big hand for the 3 teams here. Bằng nhau. It's the same. It's the same.
It's the same? So
Yeah,
I
the
have
same.
to-
The same. Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you. And hello, Phúc and team 10. You are on way to like the second team as 4-week pass. Please come to the stage, folks, and I would like to invite Mr. Darrow to bring the second prize for the team 10. Thank you, team. Are you curious who is the first? Are you curious? Hanoi office? You are so quiet. Yes, now we can see who's the first one. Team 1, little by Thắm. Yeah, chị Huệ and chị Tú from the Hanoi side. Please help for give the biggest prize for the team 1. Hanoi.
Okay, I would like to invite the representative of Team 1. Congratulations. Ms. Tu is not in the office today, so on behalf of Compliance Champion, I would like to congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, chị Huệ. And congratulations to team 1. Please back to the screen. And you know we have a not long but not short month when we are trying to keep the momentum week by week to complete the quiz. And I know that the questionnaire in the quiz is not easy. But this is a chance to refresh the knowledge. So that we also have the weekly prize. And the weekly team winners have, we can see that the team 1 continued 3 weeks be continued as the first team, and team 5 by Anchuk is for the 4 weeks. So for this weekly team from the Hanoi side, chị Huệ, please give also the weekly team winner for team 1. And from this side, I would like to invite anh Tùng come to the stage and give the weekly team prize for the team 5, led by team Anchuk. Yeah, please come to stage again. Yeah, you have so many prizes. Can you share? Can you share? Yeah, please have team 5 and team 1 for the weekly prize again. A big hand. Yeah, thank you all. And we will see together on the final rounds. You will have the announcement for the final round as soon as possible. See you.
So thank you, chị Liên, chị Trinh, chị Huệ and Miss A for your very informative session. And Mark, I think we welcome back you again to share with us the update about the cluster organization.
Thank you so much. All right. Okay. So first of all, just like the MC say in the beginning, change is not easy, but we change for the brighter future. So as promised that to all of you, we promise that we will keep you updated whatever progress that we made, and then make the whole process as quick as possible and also as transparent as possible. So after the last time that we shared with you about the structural design, principle, talent selection, and then the CL-1. So I believe that all of you received the announcement of the whole structure, including CL-2 and beyond, by end of the August. Even though we haven't finalized the whole team, especially core market access, but again, we tried our best to update whatever we have. All right, so I hope that you spend some time to understand the structure a little bit deeper, but today just want to call out certain functions that you may not fully aware. So again, we designed this structure, we want to still keep and maintain the standalone functions like the marketing. So we even cluster the marketing, primary care, specialty care, and oncology, but we do our best to keep the standalone marketing support in the country. So just want to call out under each team, what are the portfolio behind? Primary care, focus on vaccine, internal medicine. Even vaccine is so important, so big under primary care, but still internal medicine is still another key TA that we have, Ediquis and Nurtec. All right, specialty care in Vietnam, we only have a HBU portfolio, but we still have a little bit sizable business in Thailand, I&I and rare disease. And then oncology, moving forward, we will have all the oncology portfolio under the dedicated oncology marketing team. All right, so marketing is more straightforward, right? But when you talk about the PHE and commercial team, because the under two markets, even though the same position, we have a different job scope in two markets. So we created the platform function, but we also need to synchronize that the role and the job we have. All right, so just a high level, what are the functions behind these two teams? PHE, they own the platform, they support the content creation, they support the data and insight sharing to the senior leaders, and also support the CFC effectiveness. Commercial, focus on launch excellence, any transformation project we have as the company, and MAPP meeting those the administration support to both two sides of the market. All right, and then market as just like I mentioned, we are still waiting the final sign-off of this structure design. So we promise you that once that we aware and got a green light, we will communicate with the overview as soon as possible. And CFC, we try to put all the CFC related functions that under one leadership. So we put, for example, Thailand under the sales operation. We have the strategic healthcare partner. We will put under the CFC team. All right, so similar concept will be applied for the Vietnam as well. So just a high level, but again, there are several the function job scope we are still aligning right now. And we promise that we will share with you once that we finalize the design. All right, so moving on to next step. So here we are, first week of the September, almost the second week. As what we promised, we share whatever we have right now. So at this point of time, your leaders, they are working so hard, knowledge transfer, sales operation alignment, way of working alignment, and even define what's the role and responsibility of each function and role. Supposedly, the process will be completed by end of September, and then once that we have the cluster lead appointed, and then we will start to have a cultural vision and even priority discussion, and to set the direction for this cluster in October. And we are almost to finalize the 26 OP, including the revenue and also the SI&A. So we will share with the marketing cross-functional team as soon as possible. And for our marketing team and everyone start to plan the activity for 2026. So we still aim to have the POA or NSC in the beginning of December, and then we can kick off the day one of this newly created cluster by the schedule. All right, so again, I know change is not easy, right? So if you have anything not clear, concern, suggestion, please feel free to reach out to your leaders or myself or Daryl, anyone that you believe can help. We will do our best to address your concern, try to even address the concern you have into the structural design and so on and so forth. But in the same time, I urge you focus on the business, right? We have the a little bit challenging target for Q4. I don't want to say challenging. 50, another 30, total is about 80 plus million target that we have to deliver, which is require your fully attention on the business and support us to deliver a good performance by end of the year. All right. Thank you so much for your patience and cooperation. Again, change is not easy. We change for the brighter future, but without your engagement and support, it won't be happen. So we really rely on your cooperation, and then we can create a better cluster for the future. All right? Thank you so much.
So thank you, Mark. And now we will move on with a very exciting session, the leadership sharing. And please, can show us our speaker today. We want to welcome first Miss Kelly Fang. She's the Specialty Care Marketing Lead Vietnam and Thailand. She's joining with us from Taiwan. Could you share a screen of Kelly? Is she online now?
Yes, hello everyone. This is Kelly from Taiwan.
Please give her an applause.
Thank you.
And in Thailand office, we want to welcome Mr. Justin Mutteran, Oncology Marketing Lead, Vietnam and Thailand Cluster.
Hello, everyone.
And in Vietnam office, please welcome Mr. Huỳnh Văn Phụng, Primary Care Marketing Lead, Vietnam and Thailand. And our moderator of this session will be Miss Jane Ravenna, PX Director, Vietnam and Thailand. And please come to the stage and Phụng and Miss Jane.
Thank you. Xin chào, sawadika, hello. Vietnamese, Thai colleagues. I've become multilingual with just those 3 words, but I promise to work hard. I need to learn more. But please have a seat. We want to say thank you to all our marketing cluster leads for being in this session. I think we created this leadership sharing session because this is our way of inviting our colleagues to start embracing this transformation journey, because we know change is not easy, Mark said it, but this is really a unique opportunity for us to learn from the change, to grow from the change, opportunity to unleash new potential because of this change. So there's many opportunities coming out of this change. But more than that, I think it's also important for us to understand that our leaders are also employees of the company. And I'm sure as employees of the company, they also had personal journeys that they had to process also the change that was announced. So with that, let me start off first with Chatsin. Hello, Chatsin. And what we've done is we've actually sent reflection questions to our leaders. We said, you know what, we'll give you an assignment, 2 questions, think about it, and really dig deep. Share with us, share with the colleagues your thoughts, share with the colleagues your reflections. So that's what our leaders did. Thank you. And for Chatsin, the first question we have for you is, personal journey, Chatsin, when you first heard the news about the Vietnam-Thailand cluster, what was your first reaction? How did you process the change? And I think more importantly is, why do you think it's important to understand why we're doing this clustering? So go ahead, Chatsin.
Okay, thank you, Jan. สวัสดีครับทุกคน Xin chào, Vietnam, and yeah, good morning, everyone. Well, first feeling, then I think I gone through the same process, same journey with all of you, because we are the employee of this organization, right? So our feeling, the first feeling when we heard about the transformation, right? We just have, the first feeling is feel uncertainty and worry about our future, right? Because we are human, it's for sure. We are thinking about it. And then I just sitting down and think about why this change happened, right? And if we look into the surface level, it's just kind of like we just cutting the resource, merging the cluster. But if we think deeper and deeper, we would like to understand why this cluster happened. Because we would like to have the brighter future, right? As you know, under the concept of the where to pay and how to win, we need in terms of scale, right? We need our voice to get the resource to make this cluster have more impact. So, you know, Vietnam and Thailand, it is the biggest private vaccine around the world. Not only EM, around the world, you know, right? And secondly, this cluster would be highest continuous annual growth rate in the moving forward in the next 3 years, next 5 years. And it also would be the biggest revenue for the non-COVID in the EM Asia. So now, in the future, once we combine together, we have our voice to get the resource. The second, right, from the customer perspective, we can have test and learn, right? Vietnam did very well in terms of the private vaccine. Thailand, we can learn from that one to apply in Thailand. On the other hand, Thailand, right, we have the faster license approval. So we launch the new product faster than Vietnam, and then we can apply to the Vietnam. And the last one for our people, right? People would like to grow and would like to have experience. From the customer perspective, it's just kind of like the mini regional role, right? We can have more experience in another market, right? It's the good opportunity for our colleague to grow, right? So then, okay, one, I understand why, and I realized to come to the phase of understanding, right? For understanding, right, we just feel like we change every time. Pfizer change for the brighter future. That's why this company, we stay in the top pharma more than 175 years, right? We change many times in the past, and we have the brighter future. So, and the most important thing is we do our single day, go to the work for our patient, right? Our patient, they get hurt, they get pain, they get the symptom in the hospital. They cannot wait us until we feel happy, we feel comfortable. They don't know that we under the transformation, right? They need our medicine, they need our vaccine to get the protection. So that's why our patient, they need us today, tomorrow, and the future. So I would like to ask all of you, right, just make ourselves to get the acceptance phase and make this change gone to the brighter future, because we would like to bring our medicine and our vaccine to our patient as the Pfizer purpose that we would like to break to that change patient life. That is my answer.
Thank you so much, Shetsin. I think it's great how you connected your personal journey on the change and then the hope for the business, future of the business, and also talk about the impact to patients, because at the end of the day, we're all employees, but we're also patients. We also know people who are close to us, and they could be patients too. And so that's a very important point that you raised, Chastin. Now we'll go to Pung, because Pung is happy in the sense that he's excited about the future. And this is actually my question to you, Pung. What excites you about this change? And how do you see this change really making our organization, our cluster organization, more, how do I say this, more empowered, growing in scale? I'm sure you'll be able to explain it because you look very excited. Go ahead, Pung.
Thank you, Chen. Actually, I think that I cannot say hello in Thailand with better than Jasin talking. Xin chào. He talked very natural. Just clarify that I also go into the same phase. Frustrated a little bit, but of course also look into the future. We see the opportunities, and just like Jasin mentioned, that we have the biggest, one of the biggest cluster in EM Asia, and the population is like huge. The capital, if we combine two countries, we become significant economy. So it means that we have the bigger place to play with. So 100 from Vietnam, 70 million from Thailand, so 170 millions. The economy, like I just Google quickly, if we combine two countries, like 1,000 billion USD. So it means that now we have the bigger place to play with. And of course, then we have the chance to, our voice, like will be listened more from Anil, Nick, and even Haiger. If we sell specialty care well, maybe they will also listen to us from UK. And I think secondly is the opportunity to see the resource firstly, it's a marketing resource. So if we have the business case, a good business case like the way we do in Vietnam, and I believe that we can do the same for future with the cluster. So we can call more investment for our cluster. So that's the point. And of course, the second resource is we can share the human resource between Vietnam and Thailand. And the last one is the opportunity. Maybe myself, Chasin, and Kelly, the first pioneers, we have a chance to work across countries. But I believe that the opportunity will open for the second waves on of the middle manager here, or even the junior medical reps. You will have the future for both countries. So you can, for Vietnamese, you can start to learn Thai language, and vice versa. Yeah, and of course, and then we, just like the journey Mark just said, we will go through different phases: handover, takeover, and then define the Q4, prioritize for Q4, and define the plan for next year. So I believe that the team in both countries are very professional, so we just do our best to overcome the handover stage. And of course, we have to define the priorities. We have to drop some things off, because now we have maybe less people in Thailand, less people in some functions. So we have to drop off some things we cannot handle on. So it means that we have to focus more. And of course, just do our best and work together. And I believe that the Vietnamese, I said to my team in Thailand that the Vietnamese, they love Thailand a lot. They love to travel to Thailand, and now we have a chance to travel more. And last but not least, that now we have to get acquainted with the culture, the language. We have to use, you can see that we try to say hello by different languages, but from now on, I think it's a motivation for, I don't know if Thailand team yet, but I believe that we have the reason to motivate us to study English, improve our English, and then we have a chance to step out of the country, step to the world, and conquer the world. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Pung. I think it was great. If I were to summarize it, Pung was mainly talking about opportunities, a lot of opportunities for us in terms of speaking up, being able to speak up, being scale, business, even growth among our colleagues, potential. I think, again, this is not just about optimism, but also a lot of opportunities. And then we go to Kelly. Hi, Kelly. So our question for Kelly is more about the people part. If Chatsin was talking about the personal journey and Pung was talking about future in terms of business, I think for Kelly the question is more about the people. Like, how do we see this change really influencing the way our colleagues can become more change agile? And can you share with us, let's say, some strategies or some thoughts you have around fostering resilience and making sure that our colleagues, our people, are also really unlocking their potential to grow?
Okay, thank you, Jen. Sawadee-ka and Xin Chào. Hello, everyone. I am really happy to have this chance to speak with all of you, my new friends. Before I get started, I would like to briefly introduce myself. I am Kelly Fong. I have been with Pfizer for 20 years. Spending most of the time with the anti-infective team. I had roles across medical, marketing, and sales. Then I served as a category lead for both hospital BU and the primary care BU for 5 years. And for the past 2 years, I have been leading assets and the tender pricing team. I have always admired the amazing work of Vietnam and the strong resilient spirits of Thai team. It's my honor to join this growth engine team. Okay, so let me start by sharing a bit about my journey and what this change means to me. As you know, Pfizer basically has organization change every 1 to 2 years. So during my past 20 years with Pfizer, I have gone through so many reorganizations. But even now, I still feel a mix of emotion regarding the reorg. And this time, the change for me is especially significant. I will be working overseas for the first time in my career. I am excited about the new life in Vietnam and Thailand, but I also recognize the challenges ahead. But I think growth mindset is a very powerful tool to cope with this kind of stress. So instead of focusing on fear, I choose to focus on excitement and opportunity. I believe bringing our two markets together gives us a great chance to grow, both personally and professionally, and also creates impact for our customers. For example, we can learn from our Thai and Vietnamese colleagues and appreciate each country's unique culture. And we will get more chances to share experiences across countries, broaden our view. And as all of know, that Vietnam is the biggest private PCV market in EM. And it's a great example that many countries want to learn from. Just a few days ago, during the Taiwan LT meeting, our GM and leadership team asked me, Kelly, can we bring our KOL and the government officials to Vietnam to learn the VNVC business model? However, I believe Thailand will benefit more because as a cluster, we will gain deeper insight from this. And in terms of the product lifecycle management, Thailand's AI portfolio is more mature, while Vietnam's business is still rapid growth. So the Vietnamese team can learn from the Thailand's LOE management strategies. As for fungal infections, Taiwan Pfizer has worked closely with physicians to improve the diagnosis and dramatically grows the fungal portfolio very well. So I'm happy to share Taiwan's experience with the team. And speaking of the new product launch, Embravio is coming soon in Thailand and Vietnam. So by learning from each other, I believe we can move faster and achieve even bigger. And we will also have the chance to connect with inspiring speakers from Vietnam, Taiwan, and Thailand, sharing insights and working together to enhance our patient care. So finally, I just want to say, this is not just another reorganization. With a growth mindset and a mutual support, I truly believe we will grow stronger together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. My takeaway there is that with every change, there is learning that will really happen. So we want to say thank you to all the leaders that shared their insights. Thank you so much for reflecting on those questions and really, really showing candor, showing authenticity to respond and share your again, thoughts and feelings. So at this point in closing, I just want to say that change may be fearful or may be scary for most of us, but again, at the end of the day, this is our transformation story. So that's why you will see there, lead the shift, embrace change, drive success. It will not just be up to our leaders to lead the shift or lead the change, but it will also be up to all of us to embrace the change so that we can drive the success. So again, this is our transformation story, guys. Let's all, I know together we can succeed, even reach greater heights. So thank you so much, and let's stay positive, and let's all learn our languages and learn each other. And thank you again, everyone. Loan, I'll turn it over to you for the questions.
thank James for your moderator and our speaker for the very exciting session. And everyone, if you're online, you can type your question in the chat box, or you in the Thailand office or Vietnam office, please feel free, don't hesitate to raise your hand. And our leadership team there, they are happy to answer your question if you have any question. So now we don't receive any questions. So it's maybe now they don't have any question. So I think yeah, no question now. But if you want to share anything to Vietnam and Thailand team and also other colleagues joining with us online, you and Mark can share.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think this is going to bring close to the close of our town hall right now. Look, the closing comments for me would be kind of just echoing some of the sentiments that were raised up during the panel. For me, yes, a lot of change will come in how you choose to view it. And it comes down to what we've talked about in Vietnam for many, many years is our mindset, right? And so I've, as my chapter in Vietnam kind of comes to an end, what I've been most proud of and recognized immensely and deeply is the amazing resilience of the Vietnamese people, the culture, the passion, and the joy. And I truly believe that I know this organization very well, that you will choose to have that mindset that this is going to be an opportunity. It's going to be an opportunity to grow, an opportunity for you to try new things, learn, and ultimately grow. Grow for the organization, grow for yourselves, and then ultimately have a bigger impact on the country at large. And I genuinely mean this, and I tell this to anybody I can talk to, that yes, Vietnam has done amazing things over the last 3 years. But I truly, truly believe that the next 3, 5, 10 years are gonna be even better for the country, all right? So with that, I'm just looking forward to an amazing Q4 close with all of you, and I'm gonna continue to follow not so far from away, but the amazing continued trajectory of Vietnam, all right? And love to see this partnership beginning to form between Vietnam and Thailand, all right? Thank you.
Sorry, Daryl and Mark, we have some question for...
Here come the questions. I knew if I took long enough up here, some would come.
The first question is, when will the cluster lead of Vietnam and Thailand will be announced?
Well, if I were hiring, which I'm not, look, I guess I can give my perspective. Just transparently, as much as we can tell, it's going to take a little bit of time, all right, to be transparent. I think the role was posted. It's already down, the interview process. What I would say is going to be coming up in the next couple weeks. But what I would ultimately say is this is a super critical cluster. It is a growth engine for EM Asia. It's a growth engine for EM. There probably will not be another cluster this size that is growing and contributing the absolute growth now that it's $350 million next year. So they will look very broadly, okay? And for a very, I think, inspiring, capable leader to ultimately take this cluster forward, okay? So do I think it's going to happen quickly? No, unfortunately. Do you have 2 great leaders that will support in the meantime? Yes. So please, nothing changes for, I would just say, think about it for Q4, honestly. Because even if somebody gets appointed, We know they're going to take time to go through immigration process, et cetera, right? It's going to take some time. So work with your managers. You know, if you need something that needs to be elevated up, go to myself, go to Mark. We're still here. We're supporting the business, okay? So it's going to take a little bit of time is my short answer.
Thank you, Mark and Daryl. But we have totally 3 questions. So this just the first one, and I think it's quite a difficult question. And we also have a very... Yeah, the second one, please, Mark, is also a kind of difficult question. Because in the cluster organization update, we see the marketing team, CFC team, the question about the market access team. When we have the update about this?
That's pretty tough, man. Okay, let me repeat one more time. Why the reason why market access structure has been delayed or takes much longer time? Because both market, the market dynamic is totally different, right? We are working on a different landscape of the healthcare reimbursement system. And we have several functions that sitting in the office, more supporting the document, prepare the dossier, but we also have the in-the-field colleagues to engage with the government officer, make sure it's the hospital listing, so on and so forth. So you can imagine how complicated of the listing team it is, right? So that's why we take a little bit more time to design the best fit to the future organization. And then, so that's why the reason it has been delayed for a while. But again, we promise that we will share once that we got a sign off and approve the structure. That's our promise to you, okay?
Yeah, thank you. And the final question, maybe you and Mark and Daryl, can you answer together? So because our new cluster organization, and we have many high-level manager and middle and others, some colleagues like me, marketing specialist, so we are kind of not very clear about the role of colleagues in the new structure. Do we wait for the update from our leads, for example, Phụng and Anh Thong and Kelly, or could you explain for us in this section?
I can take a question. Daryl, you want to? Okay. All right. So just like I shared in the clustering update, because because of time limitation, actually we kick off this structure quickly, but because a lot of the operation and even role of responsibility that it takes time to really further define, right? Again, 2 markets, different role responsibility. We need to make the role job description more consistent. And we also need to consider about the workload, how to support, way of working. So now your leaders, CEO -1 and -2, they are having the discussion, alignment, and then decide what will be the best fit structure for the future. So the idea will be they should finalize by end of September and then communicate with the broader group and then make you all aware when I have the request who I should approach to. All right, so we hope that we can send it as soon as possible, but the deadline will be end of September. I hope it's clear.
And I would just add on to what Mark said is, I mean, all of you are experienced in your roles, and I guess I'll speak a bit more for Vietnam, but I think it's also applicable for the Thailand colleagues. You know what we need to accomplish, and you know what needs to get done in your area, and even outside some of your areas in Q4. So I think at this point in time, we need to put on a one Pfizer hat. And if you see things that are maybe going to fall through the cracks or doesn't have a clear role and responsibility, raise it up. Okay, say, hey, this is important for the business. This needs to get done, or somebody maybe not be looking at this. I don't know whose responsibility it is, but it's important, and it's important for the business, it's important for customers, or it's gonna be important for patients. Raise it up, we'll find a way, it needs to get done, okay? So that's what I would encourage all of you. It may be part of your responsibility, it may not be your full one. Please take that ownership, raise it up. We don't wanna have, again, we know change, there comes a lot of complexities. There's a lot of balls in the air. We don't want those balls to fall, right? So we all got to work together to kind of fill those cracks before everything is fully finalized. Because I could tell you, even after September, it may not be super clear, right? All the interchanges, we all know Pfizer's a super matrixed organization, okay? So I know the ownership is really, really strong in Vietnam. I'm presuming it is as well in Thailand. So let's own the business. Let's do what's right for patients and customers and support each other, okay?
Yeah, thank you. This is on the question. This is quite a difficult question, but I think both of you answers quite very well. Thank you, everyone. We hope you found the session quite very open for you to discuss and informative and enjoyable as well. So, and once again, change is not always easy, but let's continue to support each other and grow together. Thank you. Bye bye, Vietnam team and Thailand team.